What's up, guys? It's Jay with Bearded Dad Fishing, and we're gonna talk about the 7 top fishing kayaks for big dudes, all right? Because if you're like me, you got some meat on your bones. So if you're 200 pounds, 250, 300 pounds or more, we're gonna talk about the best options for guys and girls like us, all right? Because we don't wanna waste our time on the water on uncomfortable, unstable kayaks. We wanna get out there, we wanna fish, we wanna be comfortable, and we wanna do it for a long time. So we're gonna go over some awesome options. But before we do, dad joke of the day, what does a lawyer wear to work? A lawsuit. All right, guys, before we jump into the top 7 kayaks for big guys and girls, I just want to give a quick shout out to the Facebook group Kayak Fishing Dads. So I got a lot of these suggestions that we're gonna go over from that group. I asked a bunch of guys, I said, yo, what's your favorite kayak if you're a big dude as far as stability goes? And a lot of these were on that list. So if you get a chance, shoot over to Facebook and look up Kayak Fishing Dads. All right, I'm gonna go in order of weight capacity. So we're gonna go from the least amount of weight capacity all the way to the most weight capacity as far as the fishing kayaks go. So number 1 kayak is 3 Waters Big Fish 108. All right, and this thing lives up to its name because it is big. It's a pedal drive kayak. It's 11 feet long and 38 inches wide, which is crazy wide. So you know that you're getting a stable platform. At 115 pounds empty hull weight, it's a heavy kayak, all right? 135 pounds loaded once it has the drive and the seat in, and comes in at 450 pound weight capacity. So a couple features that the Big Fish 108 has is a trimaran hull design. It has an oversized rudder, which is really cool for you're moving this big heavy boat along. You need something that can quick react to your rudder movement. So oversized rudder is a good thing, and it comes with a transducer mount, which is not super crazy unique, but it's good to have it because there's still some out there that don't have transducer mounts, and that's silly. Right, so this one comes in at just under $2,000 at $19.99 as of the time of recording this video. All right, number 2 is the Wilderness Systems Recon 120. So this is a paddle kayak. However, it is compatible, and they sell the drive separately if you wanted to pop in a pedal drive. Okay, so it comes with both options, which is nice. It's 12 feet and 2 inches long. It is 38 inches wide, so again, a nice wide base, so you know you're gonna get a stable platform. The hull weight is 95 pounds, and the weight capacity is 450 pounds, just like the Big Fish 108. Cool. A couple of the features on this kayak, and one that I really like, is that you can buy the paddle version, so just the kayak on its own, and then whenever you're ready, you can quickly upgrade to the pedals, which is sweet. So you don't have to make that big investment all at once. You just get the Recon 120, and then if you want to wait a year or wait a couple months or whatever, then you buy the drive. The pedal drive on its own is really cool. In addition to upgrading it to a pedal version, you can also quickly make it a power kayak. So Wilderness Systems sells its own mount for a trolling motor. So that makes it a quick switch up if you want to do that without having to go to like a third-party accessory or something like that. So easy to upgrade from paddle to power. It also comes with horizontal rod storage, which I'm a big fan of. Keeps everything kind of out of the way behind you, or if you're going under some low-hanging branches, you're not getting snagged up on them, which is great. It also has a rear-mounted transducer mount, as opposed to a lot of the kayaks now that have the transducer mount near the bow. And it's not a bad price. So coming in at just under $1,300 for the kayak itself, and then if you're looking to upgrade to the pedal drive, it's $1,350 to do so. So all in all, you're looking at around $2,600 if you're getting it all at once. All right, kayak number 3 is the Vibekayaks Shearwater 125. So just like the Recon 120, this thing can be a pedal, or power, which is pretty sweet. It's a big kayak, a little bit longer than the other ones at 12 foot 6 inches. The width is 35 inches, so it's not quite as wide. The hull weight is 82 pounds, and fully loaded, it's 109 pounds. So a little bit lighter than the other options, but the weight capacity is 475 pounds. One of the things that makes this kayak very unique So just like the Recon 120, they sell a drive that separately, so you can add a drive later on, which is really cool. But they also have a Bixby motor mount. You can get the rudder attachment, so you have the Bixby mount on the rudder on the rear of your kayak. But they're kind of made it hand in hand where you can do that. So they sell all the accessories to make it so you can have power assisted pedal, so you can have the pedal drive and the power on there kind of seamlessly, which is really nice. It also has 2 cup holders. That sounds kind of silly, but I love taking coffee with me on the water, so 2 cup holders is better than 1 cup holder. Also has horizontal rod storage and 4 flush mounted rod holders, so a lot of combination options there. You can take a bunch of rods with you. And it has storage on either side of the seat for 4 Plano tackle boxes. And I mentioned this because it's being as narrow as it is at 35 inches, it's pretty impressive that they were able to fit 4 tackle boxes on either side of you. And the price for this is not that bad at all. So it's $1,700 for the kayak. That's without the pedal drive. And if you get the pedal drive, you're looking at another $600. And if you want the Bixby motor kit, you're looking at $1,200. So it adds up a little bit, but again, you have all those options. So you want to start paddling, and then you want to upgrade later to the pedal, or you don't want to do the pedal, you just want to do the power, you can do that. So a lot of different options there as far as what you want to do, and it leaves your options open. Kayak number 4 is the Bonafide SS127. So Bonafide themselves have not been around for super long. However, they've been around long enough to make a name for themselves, and they're really well known for making kayaks that are made with the angler in mind first. So the SS127 is 12 foot 7 inches long. So it's longer than the other options we've talked about. It's also more narrow than the other options at 33.5 inches wide, which is not super duper wide, but it makes the fact that it has a 475 pound capacity even more impressive like that. And the weight is also lighter than the other options at 69 pounds or 94 pounds fully loaded. So being lighter, that's an awesome thing. Think about that. If you're car topping or you need something that you want to toss around or maybe get into rivers, that's probably a better option for you. I love that they're made in the USA. It's also lighter than the other options, like I said. A lot of these that we're talking about and that we're going to talk about are just big kayaks, and you know what I mean, they got to hold up a big dude, so they got to be big, they got to be heavy, so that can get cumbersome. So it's nice to have an option on here that's not quite as heavy. They also have some really unique colorways that are pretty cool, different than the other options on the market, and you can easily add bow mounted motors to it. They have adapters that you can throw one on the bow, and it's not as hard as with other options because someone's already kind of paved the way to do that. And it's only comes in at $1,749, which is, again, good price, especially for everything that you're getting. Number 5 is the Titan Propel 12. This is a pedal drive kayak, and it's 12 feet long and a whopping 39 inches wide. So that's pretty dang wide, all right? And it's also, because you get that width, you also get that weight. It's 109 pounds empty and 138 pounds loaded with the drive, the seat, and all the good stuff. But it has a whopping capacity of 500 pounds. So it's a big kayak, but it holds up, all right? So 500 pound capacity, we're finally getting to that point. Everything from here on out is gonna be more than 500 pounds, okay? So a couple of the features that comes with the Titan Propel is, first of all, it's available in a 10.5 foot version and a 13.5 foot version, all right? So obviously if you want something a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter, you wanna go with the 10.5. If maybe you're trailering or you want something with a higher capacity, then that 13.5 configuration might be the one for you. All right, so all of these in every configuration are power pole ready. It has an underseat storage tray, which is pretty nifty. So a lot of the kayaks, even though they have space underneath the seat, they don't come with a tray, which I think is kind of silly. So it's cool that they added that in there. Again, this has 2 cup holders, and it has a 5-year warranty on the drive. So when you're looking at these drives, it's an important thing to keep that in mind. Does this company back their drives like that? Because of all the stuff in your kayak, your drive's one of the most important things and expensive things on your kayak. They get really pricey. So the fact that they have a 5-year warranty on the drive is critical, and it's definitely makes it worth looking at. And the Titan Propel 12 comes in at $2,999. So kind of in that mid-range for the price. A little bit pricier than the other options, but not quite as pricey as some of the other ones that we're going to talk about. All right, second to last option, kayak number 6. Wow, 276 is obviously the Old Town Sportsman 120 PDL. So I'm a big fan of this kayak, of course, as you know, and it actually was the most popular answer when I did the poll on the Facebook group Kayak Fishing Dads. So again, check them out when you get a chance. So this is a pedal drive kayak coming in at 12 feet long, 36 inches wide. So not quite as wide as some of the other ones, not quite as narrow. It's just kind of a good middle ground. It is 91 pounds empty, so with no seat and drive. And once you add the seat and drive, it's 116 pounds. And it has a weight capacity of a whopping 500 pounds. So I mean, just like all the other ones on this list, it can hold the big boy on that water. All right, so it has a 5-year warranty on the drive, just like the Titan does. And in addition to that, it has a lifetime warranty on the hull, which is really cool. I've seen a lot of guys online kind of take advantage of that. Old Town really holds up their end of the deal, and they send that hull in. And a lot of them don't even have to wait that long. I haven't had any of those issues that I needed to do that, but it's good to know that they have your back, and the option is they live up to their word if you need to take that road, right? It also has a dry storage in the pedal drive. I haven't seen that on any other kayak. So right in the pedal drive, it's a little hatch you just switch up, and you can put your wallet, your keys, your cell phone in there. And the pedal drive floats. So that's a really big one. So if you actually take the pedal drive and toss it in the water, it floats. So you don't have to tether it down or anything like that. And it's available. They have a lot of different options. It's available in a paddle version and a pedal version and a powered. And if you wanted to step it up a notch, go with the autopilot that comes in the 120 and the 136. And lastly, it's made in the USA, which again, super important. They make it right up in Maine. And price range you're looking at for the 120 PDL was $2,500. So again, just kind of in that middle price range there. And then the other options will vary accordingly. Now this is the king of yaks right here. As my boy Captain Hooks will testify, the Hobie Pro Angler 14. Okay, so this is a pedal drive kayak. And Hobie's kind of in its league of its own, man. They got just their intuitiveness and their innovations, what they add to a kayak, definitely is next level stuff. Okay, so this kayak is 13 feet and 8 inches long. So it is long, big boy, okay? 38 inches wide, 110 pounds empty, and 138 pounds loaded with everything on it. But it has a crazy weight capacity of 600 pounds. All right, that's incredible. So that's the top one on our list for sure. So 600 pounds. And it comes with the 360 drive with the kick-up fins, so you don't got to take out your drive and flip it to go backwards. So you just flip a switch and you can easily go forward or backwards. Hobie has their own rails, which are called the H rails, and they allow super duper customization of accessories, and you can really make that kayak 1000% your own with the rails, and you can add stuff on the inside, the outside, or whatever. Like it's just really cool how they utilize the H rail system. It also has a crazy big front hatch storage right in the front, easily accessible from the cockpit where you're sitting at too, which is nice. They have it where it flips up away from you, so you can easily bend over and grab stuff from in there. And it also has the horizontal rod storage, which is nice. Dual steering for the pedal drive, so you can easily steer. If you're right-handed, you can steer with your right hand or your left hand or whatever hand you want to steer with. You can pop it from one side to the other or put them both in there, and then you can decide in the moment, on the fly, which hand you want to steer with. So and also one more option that I find really cool and intuitive is the retractable transducer shield. So again, Captain Hooks has this, and when he showed me this, I was like, all right, I see why people spend all this money on Hobies. So it's a transducer shield. So it basically pulls your transducer up when you're not using it. You pull a cord, drop it when you want to use it. So that way, if you're gonna beach, you don't have to worry about scratching up on your transducer. So again, they have a ton of other options. I won't name them all, but just a very intuitive kayak. And again, at a whopping 600 pound capacity. So you don't, I mean, there's guys that weigh, I've seen like 150 pounds on one of these things, and it must be like standing on like dry land for real. And the price point, and again, this is why it has all this cool stuff. The price point is $5,500. Okay, so it's up there for sure, quite the investment. But again, Hobie's kind of in its league of its own as far as what it does. So, you know, whatever. If you got the money and you want to go big, spend it, all right? So that's our top kayaks for big dudes, all right? So these are all super stable options. Price ranges vary, features vary, but the main thing is you will feel safe and secure in these. You're not gonna feel wobbly or tippy or anything. So I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, give it a thumbs up. All right, comment below. If you have any of these kayaks, comment below, let me know. And if you have another one that's not in this list that you think, yo, I'm big and it's super secure, throw that comment below, let me know. All right, guys, so appreciate it. Till next time, peace and God bless.